Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Supernominal Glitchless Tournament. This is one of the lost asyncs in round 4. We forgot to broadcast, sorry, but wait a minute, this is a Portal 2 tournament. I'm joined here by the lovely Austamate. Say hello.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Me and George do not speedrun Portal 2. I have a basic knowledge of Portal 2 speedrunning. Very basic knowledge of Portal 2 speedrunning. And I know that Gio is a good friend of mine, and I know that he's put a lot of effort into this league. And so I'm excited to see what Perigon and Austamate, both also amazing Superliminal and Portal 2 runners, are going to bring to the table. And I'm excited to see what maps I can and what they're going to be doing, and hopefully I can give some kind of intelligible um, or intelligent commentary here. So
Same.
Great.
yeah.
But yeah, we decided to have a full Superliminal cast here for this match.
All right.
Perhaps
both
Gio
runners.
could be our.
I'll be here making sure that Portal 2 stays the topic.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Guide you guys in the right direction.
It would have been really funny if Austamate and Paragon just loaded up Superliminal right now.
If there's a tiebreaker, we could do Superliminal ILs. Anyway, both runners are ready for the match to start, so let's pick out the first map here. It's going to be Repulsion Polarity.
Repulsion Polarity.
So, a bit of context for you guys. Repulsion Polarity is the last map in Chapter 8. It uses the blue bouncy gel. Well, in the normal solution, it uses funnels and blue bouncy gel. However, in the speedrun route, the blue bounce gel is not used.
Well, that's because you have crouch flying glitch, right?
Yes.
But is that a thing in challenge mode?
Yes.
Okay. I guess they can get it from this level, right?
Yeah, you can just get it from the level that you're in.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because I know in the speedrun they get it from an earlier level and they keep it through levels. But
yes.
Well, I didn't realize.
In this map specifically, you do start the map even in full game runs without crouch fly glitch, and then you get it in this map.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah,
yeah.
I didn't realize. Okay.
So let's see here.
So if I think I remember this map correctly.
If you see it, if you play through the game casually, this is like a puzzle that you'll remember, because most people get stuck on this puzzle.
Oh yeah.
What, playing this game?
You tell me people get stuck on puzzle games?
Never.
All right.
Never.
Let me start up the channel point prediction, and then we can get started on the match. Both players are ready to go, so we could start in... Hold on, I forgot to change the outputs. All right, we can start off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Let me get that channel point prediction up. All right, channel point prediction is open. Players have reset. Timer has started.
All right.
All right, I'm excited to see what they have here. Oh yes, I remember this. I had a feeling it was going to be this pencil. I remember this.
I said you would.
This chamber very vividly. I once saw someone play through this casually, and they spent they had episodes of their casual playthrough on YouTube. There was one entire episode that was 50 minutes long where they just were in this one room. That is it. I'm just this is not content. Please.
Yeah, I think this one map, I remember playing on GeForce Now in middle school on this map, and I remember being stuck on this map for half of the year. Because I only played once a week, and that was a couple minutes.
It's an interesting puzzle. But is this essentially the whole map in the speedrun? Just get
get fly to end.
Just get crouch flying glitch and then just go to the end, yeah.
Yep. So that was a 2586 on Perigon's side. First run on the board here.
And what was that from?
27. That looks like a 2718. Looking at the text at the bottom.
2718. Okay. I mean, what is the world record for these this map? I want a benchmark for us.
Let's see here. I could pull up both of the runners.
Yeah, or their PBs.
I'm gonna pull up their PBs here.
We need some kind of benchmark to compare to. I need to know what their average performances are like, and
Oh,
that jazz.
Austamate just got a
That was
finished run.
That was a 27-28. Okay, there's 2086 is current record.
2086. Okay.
Well, let me pull up their
Mm.
PBs here.
Yeah, I would like to know their PBs as well for this map.
Perigon SR. Is that a Steam name? Oh boy. Oh, it's because he changed his Steam name, so the link to his profile is going to be broken.
I'm honestly glad that we chose that this map came up first because I understand everything that's going on. I know how to perform crouch flying glitch in Portal 2. I've done it before just for fun, but I've never, actually speedrun or used it out of that context. But like I'm glad that we chose I'm glad that it was this one first because I understand everything, thankfully. I understand how all the runners are doing these things. I was hoping it wouldn't be like a map in which I don't know any of the tricks or like I don't even know what's going on.
Honestly, this is
Like,
a really lucky pick just for like a casual puzzle because most people just remember this one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've played through Portal 2 multiple times. I'm pretty sure I could recognize any kind of map, although I don't. I don't like. I don't notice like I don't know most of the names for them.
Yeah.
But if you like show them to me, I'd be like, yeah, I know what this map is.
All right. Have their PBs loaded up here. Austamate's PB is a 2398 and Paragon's PB is a 2755.
2398, 2750.
Wait, Paragon's
Paragon.
PB's
Okay.
Paragon just PB'd then, right?
Wait. You said 2328 for Austamate and 2725
Okay,
for
yeah,
Paragon.
so Paragon PB then. Cool.
Nice.
Yay!
Paragon's PB is a 2728.
Oh, that was a. Can't see it.
He paused,
20
but yeah, 2586 is his PB. So the PB on the leaderboards, I guess, hasn't yet submitted.
Okay.
But yeah, his round PB is his current PB.
Okay.
Got a
I mean, I just found it interesting that like within the first like 2 minutes, the first completed run was a PB technically.
Or matching PB.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, matching.
That's a good. Looks like Austamate got a 26, so Austamate closed in the gap there a bit.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting to see how fast they try to get the crouch flying glitch here. Because I have a very basic understanding of it, but I don't really know exactly how quickly you can like get the glitch or how efficiently people can get the crouch flying glitch.
The faster you try to get it, the more RNG it is. I believe
there's RNG elements to it?
Of course there is.
Because why wouldn't there be?
So this is basically the RNG map.
One of many.
No, dear.
One of almost all of them.
One of almost all of them. Goodness.
Welcome to the RNG link.
Yeah, so
I mean, what exactly is RNG about it though?
Getting fly.
Getting fly?
I'm not sure okay, well, I know technically how it works, but I'm not sure how the game calculates. I'm not sure how the game does its calculations.
That's interesting. Austamate got the glitch there, but
yeah, I feel like I don't know how difficult would you say that it is to like actually steer yourself in air once you get the glitch?
If you're Portal 2 has a soft speed cap, so if you look at both runners, the top left of their screens, the third line, it's velocity. If the first digit in there is over 300, I think it's the third. Yeah, the first digit is over 300, then you basically lose most of your control over direction.
Okay, I see. So like my understanding of like the way that they're getting they're getting CFT right now is like they're being pushed up against the wall and then crouching and then leaving the funnel and they can just fly within midair. I mean that's like a very elementary understanding of kind of how crouch flying glitch works.
Yeah, you get yourself into the funnel, You crouch.
Mhm.
You wait till you have 0 velocity. You crouch. You uncrouch, and then you have it.
Okay.
Usually,
And what would you say is like the most common mistake in these kinds of things? In which like
in this map,
in this
so
map, yeah.
far what we've seen is most of the runners. Like both are in the starting cutscene here, so it's not going to be it for a second. But when shooting the portal up by the funnel, it is kind of difficult to get. Yeah, you don't want the funnel to be coming through the portal.
You don't want the funnel to
You
be coming
don't
to the
want the
portal?
you don't want the funnel to be going through because then
Oh
if
yeah, because
once you
then
shoot
I'll
the
bring
portal
you
underneath you, then the funnel will go through and you get pushed
Mhm.
upward. But you
Oh,
want to
okay,
be going
okay.
through the portal.
Can we just praise Jario for inputting that time so quickly on Austamate's PB right there?
I've gotten good. I've gotten pretty good at this. Like
Speedrunning notes
I've
here.
usually been able to like talk and input PBs at the same time. It's just when I'm like looking over at my other monitor, like channel point rewards or their PBs or something, when I'll miss something, and then chat starts freaking out.
Okay. So Austin in pretty good lead with 25-38. It's a tight lead though.
Yeah.
Like
Just got into the lead because Austamate was down for a long while here. Might
oh
improve
dang.
it here. Never mind.
Mhm.
And we still have time left. There's still over
Yeah,
6.5
6 minutes.
minutes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's also time for Perigon to catch back up here.
Mhm.
Catching up just like Borussia Dortmund beat Bayern 2-2.
Yeah, I refreshed the leaderboards page, and yeah, Paragon's PB has been updated too. It's 2586. Ooh, 2460.
Wow.
24-60. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It really is.
Slowly getting closer to his PB. Less than a second off now, actually,
Mhm.
because his PBs
You
are
said it was
2398.
23-98. Nice. Mm. It's interesting to see for sure.
Hmm. If Austamate wins, I'll complete this game. Thanks, L.
The interesting part is
Thanks, Elliot.
I just looked up the bracket and it can only go up for these two players from looking at their match history.
Yeah, let me look
Oh
at the.
yeah,
Let me look at.
are both
I want to
players
look at the.
at a current loss?
Let me see. I want to see. Of course, Angry Snack
Naturally.
is
There are multiple
naturally
divisions. Just scroll down.
multiple divisions. Oh, okay. How exactly are you dividing these divisions up?
Based on single player points. So depending
Based
on your
on.
rank on a map, you get a certain number of points. If there's a calculation involved, but generally, if you're 200th place, you get 1 point. If you're first place, you get 200 points. And
Mhm.
then where seating based on number of points.
Okay. I see. So
Both players are in Group D, which is
both pairs of duty. Okay.
Div 4.
Or I see. Yeah. So no matter someone's coming out of here rising up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I see. Angry Snack, top of the first division, of course,
Naturally.
naturally. Full Heart over here in the second division, doing pretty good. Wins all across the board. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to keep up with other players in this league as well.
Right, Paragon, maybe? What was
Ooh,
that?
2470. That's
Oh,
Oh,
point
so
one.
goodness.
That's
close.
point 0.1 off Ostamate's best.
That's a tenth of a second. It's a tenth of a second.
I can't read these times off the screen share, so
It's
wish I could.
2460 Austin, 2470 Paragon. So 1/10 of a second, anything could really happen here between the
Yeah,
two of them.
with 3.5 minutes left too.
Has there been any ties
Ties.
down to the millisecond?
Yes. Well,
Really?
we only count
Wow.
down to the 100th, but
100?
for the most part, because of the Portal 2 timer revolving around cycles, the 100th doesn't matter.
The 100th doesn't matter.
The
Really?
100th usually doesn't matter. But yeah, we've had ties before.
And what do you
We've
do in
had a
those
couple. I
instances?
think there have been 3 or 4.
And what do you do in those instances?
Give both players a point.
Skip both. Okay.
Usually it's fine, but if it's like a match where it's 2-1, for example, that would give one player the default win.
Okay.
Which, whatever, that's just... Yeah, we just hope that ties don't happen that often.
I mean, 4, relatively speaking, it's not that often. You have 4.
Yeah, no, we've had
right?
like 4.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Austamate.
Ooh, 24-10.
24-10.
All right.
So that's a
That's
point
pretty
six lead now.
Yeah. With 2
That's
minutes left to go, that probably seals match 1 with the map 1.
I mean, you never know. This is a pretty short map. Perigon could have a small comeback here. And the round PB for Austamate 24-10. That's what did you say his PB was?
23.98.
23.98. So that's only 12 milliseconds off.
Yeah.
That's pretty hype.
Well, Perigon already PB'd, so.
Perigon PB'd by a while. He started with a 27 something. He's PB'd by a good 3 seconds at this point.
True. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like I find it interesting in shorter term or shorter, more grindy settings like this for leagues, because like say in like the Superliminal League or the Superliminal tournament that we had with both of these players, we value consistency a lot, but when the entire motive is to try and get the fastest time in such a small level, you know. I mean, I'm not saying consistency isn't valuable in these cases, but I imagine a lot of players want to sacrifice a bit of consistency since they can just keep trying over and over and over again.
It depends on like the level of the players. Hold on a second. 30. All right, it depends on the level of the players, because what I've seen, like a lot of Group C, for example, has played a lot more consistently. Like been trying to be more consistent. 2370, by the way, that is a new PB for Austamate.
GG's.
2370 GG's, amazing. They're a full second off.
Yeah. But for Group A, for example, they are just for the most part throwing consistency out the window.
I mean, if I was
just trying to go on YOLO shots, for example.
I mean, if I was
timer's up. These are their last runs.
Oh, there goes Perigon.
All right, falling into the pit.
And there's
Austamate. All right.
With that, honestly, Austamate, like yeah, but you okay? Continue. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
That Austamate takes round 1.
Nice, good.
And all the channel points vanish from the economy as only points are put on Perigon.
Oh no! Wait, do they just
inflation?
Disappear? Do they just disappear?
If you disappear, they are gone. They get removed from the economy.
Oh my god.
Also, I'm seeing like whenever Perigon's in a loading screen, I see that him and Austamate are in a voice call. They are in a voice call chatting.
They're in the Superliminal VC. Could you imagine?
I would not be surprised. I really wouldn't.
Now you're making me check here.
I don't think they are.
They're not. Could you imagine if they were that?
All right, both players are ready. Let's see what map 2 is going to be here. Let's click the button. It's going to be Potatoes. So, in the story, this is the map where you get reunited with GLaDOS, who's now, spoiler alert, a potato.
Wow, big spoilers.
Yeah. However, for the speedrun now, we just completely avoid the cutscene altogether, where you get reintroduced.
Hold up. I think I recognize. Oh, this map where it's revealed that Cave Johnson is taking advantage of homeless people.
Yes.
Yeah, that map.
I'm
I
glad that
remember
is how
this
you
map.
remembered it.
Yes, because there is a specific line in here that they're doing experiments on homeless people in the
Big
in
spoiler
this
for the only person who hasn't beaten the game.
uh,
So, L, the rest of this chat is here for the puzzles, not the story.
yeah. I mean, I
To
like
be
the story in
fair,
Portal 2. I like the lore of Portal 2 a lot.
it's not like that the story isn't too complex.
Yeah, it's fair.
Just I don't know,
Um,
there's a gun, there's a guy, he dies, there's a girl, she dies. Wheatley, funny dialogue, Portal 2, Half-Life,
yeah.
that's pretty much it.
They do also reference Half-Life in
They do
this
reference
map.
that. That's in this map. That's in this map.
Yeah.
We're not going to be seeing it, but that is this map. Alright. Both players are
Mhm.
ready. We'll be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Cave Johnson is the capitalist overlord. Yes, and that is very in Giles concern is potato. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That those are both very much exemplified in this map. Let's see.
Let's see here. I'm sure both players are just going to go through a quick run through of the map first.
Not
Oh
awesome,
dang, this
man.
map is longer than I thought it would be. Because after this room,
Yeah, no.
I forget that there's a room where you have to like pull a lever and open the doors. I thought it immediately went from the elevator room to the room where you find GLaDOS.
Nope. There are 3 distinct sections. There's the starting bit with the elevator area, the levers room, and then the bit that Austamate's in, which is usually the area where you'd find GLaDOS, but instead, Ostamate's going to be failing to hit this portal shot and failing to fling over to the elevator.
Yeah, I do remember that you don't even get GLaDOS
Yeah,
in this in
sorry.
the speedrunning this level, do you?
Yeah, I have the runner's PBs here. Ostamate's PB is a 4095, and Perigon's PB is a 3866.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
I did forget to start the channel point prediction. Whoops, can we do that?
We can do that.
No one finished their run, so it's not biased yet. All right, channel point predictions are open.
Up.
4301.
First finish run.
4301. Dang, this is a longer map.
Yeah,
Because usually when I check into this stream, they're at like 15-second maps, 15 to 20-second maps.
usually we have automatically removed most of the longer maps from the pool. There are only 2 maps that are consistently over a minute long. And
Mhm.
one of them even it was a bit of a stretch that we were considering removing.
I see. But this is like a purely like there's no glitches here. This is like a purely movement based map, is it? Isn't it?
Yes/no. There's one glitch where Austamate just did it to get to the levers faster. You could kind of abuse a mechanic where Valve made it easier to shoot that portal on the wall there. Perigon just did it to basically shoot through the wall.
Okay, I see.
Where there's a sphere. If you shoot on a surface, if you shoot on a surface in that sphere, then if it's the right surface, 4086 on Austamate, by the way.
Yeah.
If you shoot on a surface in that sphere, under certain conditions, it can just go through walls and such.
Oh, okay, I see.
But otherwise, it is pretty much purely a movement map, 4126 on Paragon.
And I also do find it interesting the way that players build up speed because I know that like when you fall and you like turn as you're falling, you gain more speed than just falling straight down because source physics.
Yeah, you gain more horizontal speed.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, like the velocity counters on the top left of the runner screens, the first number is horizontal speed, the second number is vertical speed.
Also, why is it that like Austamate when he shoots at the floor there, the portal doesn't appear immediately? Is that like a scripted thing?
It's that portal, that panel just sucks. It just doesn't work half the time. It doesn't work more than half the time, it just sucks.
For some reason, like in my mind, I was just like, oh, so like the game must have it scripted for some reason that you can't
Oh,
shoot that pole
it
like a
just
certain
kind of
amount of time.
sucks.
It's
You need
just
to be nice and parallel along the surface of the portal, and there are certain spots that you can shoot where it just sometimes won't work. In my opinion, somewhat in the bottom left corner, not exactly in the bottom left corner, but just somewhere in that region.
Let's see.
And you need to be like straight head on with the surface.
Oh,
For
that's
to be the most consistent.
cool. They shoot the first portal before even leaving the elevator. That's really cool.
Yes, because you could shoot through elevators. Well, you could shoot through the old aperture
Any grade,
elevators.
right? Yeah, okay. Oh, I figured you could shoot through them because like any like grates that you can just shoot through. You know?
Yeah, that is technically the explanation.
Well,
Well, like all the main, I guess, new aperture elevators are all made of metal and glass, I suppose.
yeah.
But yeah, since it's a grate, you can shoot through it.
Nice, nice.
Didn't you say that Austamate had like
yeah.
a 45-second PB before starting this match? Or was it 46?
Yeah, what are the
Yeah,
PBs?
Austimate's PB 4095, so Austamate did PB during this match. And
By
Perigon 3866.
3866. So Austamate just PB'd by like 90 milliseconds, right?
Yeah, Austamate just PB'd guide by a good. I could check the exact delta here. Let me refresh.
Or 40 or that like 10 milliseconds.
It hasn't updated yet. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Let's see.
Perigon getting time 38:36.
And what is record for this map as well?
No, true. Record for this map is a 27:55.
27:55. Dang, I need.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah, the main time save aside from better movement is at the end. The ending fling doesn't go. There's like a big aperture sign there that you fling above. It doesn't go above the aperture sign. It actually goes through the aperture sign and hits the ending flags directly.
Dang, how does that happen? How does that work? Is it like you have like so much momentum?
It's just another spot that you could shoot the portal to fling out of that you could just go through the sign. It's not like a hitbox thing. It's just that the sign is shaped like a circle, so you go through the circle, or well, like a donut shape, I guess. Because
oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But no, it's not a glitch. It's just a semi-precise-ish fling.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, I completely missed Perigon getting a 38 there, holy.
Yeah, that was
this isn't. Yeah, 38, 36.
Yeah, that is a PB.
Nice. We're getting lots of PBs.
Or no,
today,
not
actually.
a PB. That's point. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, it is. Sorry.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, 38 because 0.3 is less than 0.6.
This is an interesting contrast between last map though, because last map was like centered a lot around like getting the flying glitch and then maintaining it and having good flying throughout the level. But this one is almost entirely movement based, and it's an interesting thing to see how each runner does on each like aspect of speedrunning.
In terms of variety in the map choices so far, I'm pretty happy with this match. Like sometimes we get like sometimes we get 4 funnel maps in a row or 4 like turret maps in a row, and it's like kind of boring because it's all kind of the same thing. But like these 2 maps have been a pretty big contrast. That was a 38-18, by the way.
38-18, amazing. Yeah, but it's a tight match. Less than 20 milliseconds apart already.
At the start, I was kind of thinking Perigon got this, and then suddenly Austamate just comes clawing back 2 seconds.
I'm guessing one of them is going to get... I'm going to be real generous. I feel like one of them might even get like a 36 or lower match.
Ooh.
I'm be real generous.
See, what is... Because there are ranks on this map. Austamate was 400th. Perigon was 287. Well, Perigon, was 287. Let's see what... top 200 is. Top 200 is kind of the I'm not gonna. Well, top 200 is the part of the leaderboard where you start gaining points for your scores. So let's see here. Top 200 is a 3661. So if they want to be rewarded for their times, then they need at least that.
I see.
The boards track up to top 500, but
Dang. So that just kind of goes to show like that challenge mode ILs are just. I mean, it makes sense that they're so much more competitive than like full game runs.
yeah, and it's also not just speedrunners where you manually submit every run like on speedrunner.com. This pulls from Steam leaderboards.
Okay,
So,
yeah. So like
we
challenge
filter
mode-
out all the cheaters and whatnot, like all the people with like a 1 second time, which obviously was faked.
Yeah.
But even then, like of all the people that have legit played this map in Portal 2 challenge mode, they're on the board somewhere.
Yeah.
Like the only thing
Yeah,
that
I
runners need to submit is if they're above 200 place, then they need to submit demos. They need to submit a demo with their time, which can be done automatically, which should be done automatically. If they don't have it set up, I'm slightly disappointed in them.
Yeah. I mean, that just kind of goes to show that like your speed run could be a lot more attractive and a lot more competitive if there's like an in-game built feature for speedrunning, you know?
And demos. So
And
people
demos.
can
And
verify
demos.
the legitimacy.
Cough, cough, pillow castle. Cough, cough, segmented. Cough, cough,
Oh
pillow
no,
castle.
but honestly, that like we get new runners in Superliminal all the time because there's an in-game way of tracking
Yeah, because
speedrunning.
there's an in-game speedrun timer.
Yeah, exactly. So having your game be speedrun friendly or even being built for speedrunning, in this case as well, with the challenge mode ILs, like that, it just goes to show that developer support for speedrunning just attracts more people to
There's so many games now that just have a speedrun timer implemented. Like even if it's just like Superliminals where it's just
Perigon
basic.
right there.
Rough.
Mm,
Like even if it's just
Yeah.
basic to where like, you know, it starts when the game starts and ends when it ends, and that's it. That's still good enough.
yeah, like
Yeah.
because Superliminal's timer is literally just a timer. That is it, and more people want to speedrun it because of it. So
I kind of like the idea of the next Superliminal League or tournament not being decided by like the match times, but rather by beating people in like it's a full game run, but your scores is based on ILs. I like that idea.
yeah,
What do you think of it, Osmorn?
We could experiment with it for sure. I mean, this kind of format for the challenge mode league that they've been doing is very
Collectibles
interesting.
bingo.
Collectibles bingo, let's go. God, could you imagine if Portal 2 had collectibles?
Perigon?
You've played Celeste mode, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, like you're right. Celeste mode, you're right.
I think Perigon is shooting for like a 36 or 35 here with that jump.
Is
So Perigon
Paragon
is
trying to go through the sign?
I think so.
Maybe
It looks
he,
like
he
it.
could be like he could be happy with this 38-36 and could be trying to go through the sign.
But why would Perigon be happy for 38-36 given
That's
that
true.
it
He is
loses
currently
costs?
behind. Maybe then he's just doing it to see.
You don't really
getting that
know
edge.
who, like you don't know if Paragon knows that Austamate's ahead of him. Like they might be in a voice call together.
Yeah,
but like
they
you don't
may not
know.
be telling their times.
Yeah, exactly. So as far as Paragon is concerned, he's winning right now.
He could also, not be watching the stream or he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
His only information about what's going on with the match could be the Discord match channel where I'm just saying, 10 minutes remaining, 5 minutes remaining, soon to be 2 minutes remaining.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Paragon getting another shot here.
Ooh, okay.
No,
From that
getting
shot,
stuck.
it doesn't look like that he's going for through the sign. Because through the sign, you'd want to shoot the portal that you fling out of instead of near the top. You'd want to shoot it a lot more like to the left than you think. There's a catwalk that sticks out from the wall there. You pretty much want to shoot it in line with that catwalk.
Oh, okay,
Paragon was aiming a lot lower in previous attempts, though, so it looks like Paragon was
Yeah,
going for the sign earlier, and now it just didn't go for the
Also,
sign.
there's a stark difference between like where each of them are like shooting at the floor in that final room because they're going through two separate. They're doing like two separate things.
Yeah, Austamate going for the faster but riskier panel there that we've seen fail him. But Perigon, it's a little bit farther, so it's a little bit slower, but it's a giant panel, so it's consistent. You'll always shoot a portal there.
True.
But once they shoot the portals, their flings are, I think, pretty much the same.
Yeah, and you can see that Paragon is trying to fling out of like the farther
I see
panels
what
on
he's
the
doing.
floor.
He's jumping a little bit too late.
Mm.
You don't want to be hitting like the top half of the portal. You want to have space to go, and when you leave the portal flinging horizontally, you want to have space to be able to go a little bit upward.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so unless we see like a miracle here, this looks like a 2-0 for Austamate at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
I
still
mean,
45 seconds plus last attempt, so
yeah.
Perigon fans rise up.
So they can still just repeat until the timer runs out.
Yeah, 30 seconds left.
Oh wait, why did he reset? Did he not pull one of the levers?
Maybe. That
Maybe.
is very much something that can happen, which is very annoying. Austamate taking the lever is
Yeah.
very safe. You got final 10
I want to
seconds.
speedrun. I really want to speedrun this game, but I'm just so intimidated by the idea of bunny hopping. Like I feel like it just feels like such a
Austamate getting
barrier.
screwed out of that attempt.
Okay, Austamate is doing a slightly different fling that, in my opinion, is harder.
Alright, and that's it.
But yeah, with that, Austamate takes 2-0.
Yep. All right. Oh, Paragon is trying.
One last.
Paragon wants to finish the map. He wants to finish.
Yeah, obviously that was a little bit too far to jump from. That
Yeah.
looked perfect as long as he doesn't mess something up. Yeah, so
There we go.
that looks good. 102.
102. Let's go. All right. Austamate is. Looks like Elliot is gonna have to finish this game.
And Austamate.
If it goes well, we still have one more round. Who knows?
We still do have at least one more round.
At least one more round.
At least
I mean,
one more.
Paragon could have an underdog story here.
Reverse sweep.
Reverse sweep, yeah. So, what is the usual protocol for tiebreakers? Just do another map.
Yeah, it's
the
just
rule-
do a fifth round.
Oh, okay.
And I think it has to be agreed upon by both players.
Yeah, both players have to agree upon a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
But then the actual round procedure is just a fifth round.
Mm-hmm.
Perigon and also saying bad maps in the chat.
Yeah, their reactions to the map being called were not good.
See.
All right. Both runners are ready. Let's check out the next map. It's going to be Turret Factory.
Turret Factory. Oh my god.
So this map,
I think I know what map this is. Yeah.
I'm actually really happy that this map was picked because this is the pure movement map.
Wait, this is you have to. Oh wait, no. If it's pure movement, then it's not the one I was thinking. I was thinking it's the map where you replace the turret with a defective turret.
Nope, that's Turret Sabotage.
It's Turret Sabotage. Okay.
Oh.
Turret Factory. Which one is that? I mean, I'm gonna recognize it, but I forgot which one it was.
Yeah, it is. It's just the pure movement map.
The pure movement map. Right.
I do
Why
want to
can't I
say
get
the
this
roads-
map spread
oh,
in my
sorry.
matches?
In Turret Sabotage, you do like a seam shot, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
That's what I think.
you can do one in Turret Factory, but I doubt either player is going to do it. If
There's
they
a
do,
seam
I
shot
will
you
be
can do in Turret
genuine.
Factory?
Yeah, right through this first door here.
Chapter
5 clone, by the way.
What?
Chapter 5 clone. All 9 of his chapters are replaced with the Super Level chapters.
It's amazing. Wait, so the part where he kills you is just retrospect?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh my goodness.
At least I think it is.
I mean, are there any maps from Chapter 9 in this league that's been done yet?
What do you mean?
Like,
that are
are there
allowed
any?
here?
There are any in the pool? Yeah.
No.
No, there are no
No
Chapter 9 maps.
maps. All right.
Fair.
Both
Okay,
players are ready.
because they're
Starting
like really
in
long,
5,
aren't they?
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Because Chapter 9 maps are like multiple minutes long, right?
Aside from Finale 4, which is the boss fight, they're all under a minute, but they're not fun.
They're not fun. Okay.
Finale 1 is mostly a cutscene. Finale 2 is half a cutscene.
Ooh, what's
Finale
going
3.
on Austamate's screen?
Ooh.
Just a freeze there, I'm guessing?
Not sure if it was
He's
just a
in-
freeze or if he was messing
No,
around with something.
yeah, he's in the game or something. But
Go fix
Looks
now.
to be fine now, though. But yeah,
For
finale.
those wanting a longer match today, by the way, I have had the displeasure of watching Bayern go from a 2-0 to a 2-2 in the Bundesliga today. So you know anything's possible.
yeah.
No, the channel point
I mean-
prediction is also up, by the way. So vote on your channel points
Vote.
and
And don't have him sink into the void again.
don't have them sink into the void.
Yeah.
There you go. Both
Oh
players having
wait,
full break.
turret factory is the one where you
Yeah.
use a flashlight. Okay. Oh dang, this is a longer map then. isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see. Let me pull up their PBs. Let's see. Austimate's PB is a 114.29.
Oh, this is like
and
an over minute long map.
Paragon's is a 118.71. Yeah, and world
Okay.
record is a
Wow.
53.78.
53.7. Okay. It's interesting. It's interesting. I remember this map pretty vividly. Yeah, it's cool.
This map
And
reminds me of that one level in what is it? In a game you speedrun Oz.
Light matter?
That doesn't
Light
lower
matter,
down
yes.
the choices.
Light matter.
you like because I'm assuming that's what you mean, right? Light matter.
Yeah, the one
mean,
where you have to like place the lights on the bridges.
Yeah,
I mean, technically, these two games coexist in the same universe, but
you're right.
Do they?
Yeah, light in light matter. There is multiple references to Portal 2. Or
Oh.
to the Portal series. They make references to Aperture Sciences, and in the developers' commentary, they they said that like, hey, yep, like Valve allowed them to reference the game in their in Light Matter, and so because of that, Light Matter canonically takes place in the Portal universe, and also Half-Life takes place in that universe too. So Light Matter and Half-Life
it's
are
a
in the
big
same
old
universe.
universe.
It's a big old universe.
Big
it really
universe.
is. I really feel it feels like Superliminal should exist in that universe too. You know, it feels like it should.
It
but
should,
doesn't.
it should, but there's no good reason for it to.
There's no good reason for it. But like, I don't know. It
It could be slotted in with no issues though. It could just be said like, yeah, this is a thing. It exists.
yeah. I'll take this reference. But like that implies that this universe is just filled with people like doing
The worst,
so much
the worst corporate assholes.
the worst corporate assholes doing the worst kind of
That's what this
ever.
universe is.
Exactly.
Because we got like the two mega science overlords.
Mm-hmm.
We have I've never seen light matter gameplay, but I'm sure there's some science in there.
It has
And
corrupted-
Somnosculpt.
It got
corrupted
Somnosculpt.
Somnosculpt, yeah. We're doing like ethically questionable dream therapy if you really think about it. Like,
Oh yeah.
like, but like it's interesting.
Like ethically questionable, as in putting people through dollhouse. Yuck. As the worst.
Perigon cannot get past this door.
Oh
He
yeah.
cannot. Let me see. Let's see. What is he?
Oh, now he
That portal. Okay, the portal he's shooting behind the door, not the blue one, his orange one. That is really low. He is shooting that incredibly low. That is his issue.
Austamate has been stuck on the early parts of this map for long too.
Or no,
so
yeah,
it's
Austamate. Sorry, that's what I was talking about.
I do find it interesting, and I agree with the idea of allowing the flashlight in this level in order to get through the level a bit more easily. And I like how that's allowed in full game runs and ILs as well. Because imagine if you had to do this whole thing in the dark.
It's not
Oh, God.
the reason for allowing it isn't for quality of life in the dark. It's that people have different monitors. Some monitors, like on my monitor, I could play this level in the dark fine. But on some other monitors, nothing's visible.
Yeah, fair.
So it's evening out the playing field.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Accessibility.
Yeah, we're all for accessibility here. Oof.
The Paragon's gonna get just barely around PB.
2216.
Ooh. Austamate really needs to get a time in at least. It's been 5 minutes.
Yep, it's been 5 minutes, but looks like we are going to see seeing a finished run. Ooh, that is hard to shoot. That's hard to shoot.
That's
Dang.
This can very well beat 121 65.
It's still
still beat Perigon. That would have been like a 115.
Yeah.
That's rough.
That would have been like round ending probably if Austamate didn't fall down and got like a 115.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. Like, we've been getting PBs all over the place, so even with that, it could have. The Paragon could make a pretty good comeback here. We're actually pretty lucky with the maps that we've been given us commentators.
This is
well,
the
because,
most diverse that the map pool has ever been.
it's the most diverse, but it's also like these are maps that I understand what's going on. Like,
Yeah,
I'm glad
that's
Oh,
lucky
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Alright,
Though
Paragon
honestly,
about to finish something here.
oh, let's see here. 116.
116.
116.
What
Alright, Paragon
were you
keeping it alive.
what were you gonna say, Jayo? You said, but honestly.
For Group D for this division, there are honestly like a lot of the higher level strats that are really game breaking that are like you can't tell what's going on at all.
Mhm.
This group of runners don't really do. Now, granted, there are some people that are placed in Group D just because of how we seeded that their actual skill level is a little bit higher. And there are some people that have improved greatly throughout the course of the tournament so far, since, of course, this is week 5. We've been going for over a month so far. But for the most part, we don't see that many extremely high-level strats. And for the routes that are the same, it's mostly the maps that are either one trick, like Repulsion Polarity, where it's just get, fly, get to end, or mostly movement, like this map or Potatoes.
I see. I also find it's interesting how Austamate and Paragon are actually in a competitive setting now because I mean if you're like me and you get around in marathons, I've seen Austamate and Paragon actually submitting Portal 2 co-op a lot recently.
Yeah, they are
to
running.
marathon.
They are running co-op.
Yeah, they've been running co-op a lot recently. They have been. And I've seen them do some co-op in marathons. It's really good. I know they're gonna do Portal 2 co-op at Green Gaming Fest at the end of October.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be fun to watch.
You mentioned co-op. It's making me really annoyed. So typically, what I usually for planning Portal 2 events, I usually wait until a certain game mode is like getting really popular, and then I'll plan an event around that game mode. So when I first started planning this tournament, I was waiting till like single player challenge mode was getting really popular, which it did. And then as soon as the tournament started, co-op got really popular. As soon as this tournament started, I was like, it's become like a meme in the community that a co-op tournament will never happen for multiple reasons. Right now, the reason is scheduling 4 people plus commentary plus tech. Good lord.
Austamate is on a really good run here.
Austamate is on a run here.
Oh yeah.
Hope he doesn't have a.
Yo, I will
finish with the
admit,
tube.
my entire worldview about bunny hopping changed when I saw like a input display on someone's stream, and then I found out that you do not hold W at all
You
during
do not
bunny
hold
hopping.
W. You do
And
not
I'm
hold
just
W.
like, I was just like, what? It changed my whole world.
114.69.
Wow.
1360, nice.
With 5 minutes to go.
Technically, a time that should not be possible.
Why is that?
Technically, times ending in, I believe it's 0.4 and 0.9 aren't possible because of how the game works. But but the timer is what we call in the business bad. So sometimes, due to floating point errors, they show up. There's nothing we can do about it. But yeah, like for milliseconds, the times should be point whatever 00 16 3 3 something 50 76.
Let's see.
And then high 8 something.
Oh, okay.
And there might be a couple others that I'm forgetting. But sometimes the timer just says, nah, I'm going to do something different.
Okay, okay.
So what are you essentially saying is the timer doesn't like haha funny number.
No. There's like a whole... Oh, Austamate.
Oh.
That, like, not getting bounced off those pipes are kind of difficult.
It's really looking like we were going to see a fourth map here for the longest one until Austamate got the 114.
I mean, but the runners can choose to go to fourth map if they want to.
Yes, they can. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Ooh. It's difficult because Paragon, the majority of Paragon's time has been in this beginning section. And
it's for the format, is the number of one matches a tiebreaker?
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
The number of one matches, so like if you are 2-0, if you are 3-0 down, is there a reason to play on for free for a 3-1? Because I know from the Superliminal League, we had multiple instances of people playing on for 3-1, and one of them actually decided second place.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. If you're down 2-0 or if you're down 3-0 and want to go for 3-1, then you could just win that extra point.
Yeah. Oh, so it's you go by raw points. You don't go by set points. You go by raw points.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
if the match outcome if player 1 wins 3 of the 4 matches and player 2 wins one of the others, it wins 1, then we put it in as 3-1.
All right. But for the end result, do you get 3 points for a match win, or do you, like, if you win 4-0, do you get 4 points?
If you get 4-0, you get 4 points.
Interesting. So like, there's always a reason to play on.
Yeah, there's always a reason to play. It's just if you don't feel like that you could get 3-1 if you want to play for a fourth. If you don't feel like you can, right, or if you're just tired, or say you're not feeling too well or something, then you cannot.
Right, because I know for Funny Superliminal League, we did set points.
Yeah, you're right.
We decided to win gave only 3. Ties give 1. Okay, yeah, ties are the only exception. Ties give 1. But yeah, otherwise
For just saying wins give 3 points. So I guess that'll have to be decided later. This map is about to end.
On the bracket, like on the challenge bracket, I'm inputting the raw scores aside from ties, which are inputted as 1-1.
Fair. Austamate. So let's do a theoretical here. If they go 2-2, choose to do a tiebreaker, and then tie on the tiebreaker, do you do another tiebreaker?
If that happens, then I'm gonna send an angry email to someone. I don't know who, but someone's getting an angry email sent to them.
Valve developers.
I'm gonna send it to the Valve contractor that's making sure Portal 2 doesn't explode. To that guy, and also Mr. Joe JavaScript for the map picker.
All right, will this be Paragon's last attempt here? Let's see. Will these be both of the players' last attempts, or will they have a quick reset before the timer runs out? Oh no, it looks like Perigon is just gonna continue. I think this is the last one. I think they're both gonna continue. I'm the kind of asshole that, like, when there's 1 second left on the timer, just reset and do the whole thing again.
Alright, this has got to be it for Perigon.
That's it, yeah.
It's Paragon's last chance to make it 2-1.
Oh, and Austamate did the thing.
What? Oh yeah, he did.
He reset at the last second.
No,
okay, never
Perigon
mind.
fell down. That's game.
Oh, and he's going into the pit. He's going to the into the void.
That is 3-0.
It is
Let's see
3-0.
here.
But will Perigon decide to try and get 3-1?
Let's see here. Now we await a response.
All right,
The answer is yes.
All right.
we're going fourth. We're getting a
Bonus
full match
content.
today. We're getting a full match today. So Austamate's already won, but we're gonna see if Perigon. Okay, now Elliot has to actually finish Portal 2.
Yeah.
Because they said they would.
L. All right. Let's see what the final map is going to be. It's going to be a. Let's hope the map choice, the map picker stays good. Cube momentum, which is honestly good. It's a very short. It's a
Cube momentum.
It's a very short 12-second map. It is very condensed, very optimized.
What chapter is that?
1. It is the 5th map in the game.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you'll recognize it.
Is the very first map also in the pool?
No, because it is 5.5 minutes long.
No, I mean not the cut. Oh, I guess
That
I
is
was
the
considering-
first map in the game.
I guess I was thinking like
I'm
starting
Perigon's
from
friend to
when you
be.
were- I was thinking about starting from the thing.
Starting from the container. No,
Starting from the container. This challenge would not start from the container.
it does.
Okay. So
It's full game runs that we skip the cutscene.
Someone's really rooting for Austamate in the chat.
I wonder who.
yeah, L. So there you go.
All right, let me get the prediction ready. All right.
You
Both ready?
In container ride, you have to. He's so good, he'll make them cry.
Oh, they planned out their yes responses. That's cute. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
yeah, that's adorable.
Get the prediction up and running. All right.
Oh, this map. This is a pretty simple map, casually at least.
It is.
All
Yeah,
right, I guess.
you know,
All right, well, we have a very quick time here.
What was that? What even was that?
1643.
So they just shoot a portal, and then shoot another portal. There you go. I'm trying to like decipher everything that's going on. Hopefully I
They
can
shoot a portal. That is the game.
Yeah.
that is part of the game.
You're right. I'm trying to see where they
Well,
shoot the portals and exactly
That is
everything that they do.
debatably a part of the game.
Debatably. Yeah.
Because challenge mode does also include least portals.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to see. I'm just trying to like decipher everything that's going on. I want to make sure I understand all the movement, all the tech that's going into it.
Not sure what's up with
Least
Austamate's portals, but visually
Yeah.
they're looking kind of off.
Least portal segmented run full game when?
Exists. It's 69
exists.
portals in 69 minutes and 69 seconds.
69 minutes.
And 69 seconds.
So is that like the actual least amount of portals, or is that just
No.
a meme?
No, it's meme. There are a couple extra added portals. I think the current lowest is 66, 65.
Mm.
Well, I think
They
at
just
the
wanted
time the
funny number.
segmented was made, I think it was 67.
They just wanted funny number.
It was funny. They also just killed some random time to make sure that it was 69 minutes, 69
What's
seconds.
happening on Paragon's end?
I think Perigon's given up,
Aww.
unfortunately.
Okay, so Gio, can you explain to us the tech behind this map that's going
Okay,
on?
so this map. Yeah. So this map, the entire map, you hit a button, cube spawns. The map is capped by when you hit the button. You want your goal is to hit the button to drop the cube as fast as possible. Afterwards, you get up to the top platform, 1645. That is 0.2 off. That is unfortunate. But yeah, so you want to get up to the top platform as quickly as possible. The cube drops. You portal under the cube. then you portal back in front of you and grab the cube before it has a chance to be affected by gravity.
Okay.
Then you put the cube
And
on
I
the bottom,
also
walk to the
see
exit.
that after shooting the second portal right here, they go through like the portal, shoot, and then like
Yeah, they
leave it.
stand
Or they
backwards.
go in
So
and out.
the portal, the orange portal, the wall bit
Mhm.
that it's on is slanted a tiny bit,
Mhm.
just enough to where I don't think this needs to be on a slanted portal, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier. But it's to where you could back up after shooting the portal and kind of peek through. Ooh, both players were like really synced there. That was nice. To where you could just back up through the portal and not get pushed out.
I mean, that's similar to tech done in Portal 1, isn't it? And then that's like a pretty
Yes,
common thing.
in Portal 1, it is debatably easier, but there's a 1576 on Austamate.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Gee, let's look at their PBs here. Austamate does not have a top 500 time on the boards. I'm not sure what top 500 is, but it is not tracked on the website.
So essentially, after they shoot the portal after like they shoot the portal where the cube is. They shoot the blue portal where the cube is, have it fall through, and then shoot the portal on the wall before the cube like
Drops.
falls away, and before the cube drops, and they grab it through.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, it's
1506 is his
this is
PB.
also like pretty much like movement and good timing, right? Like there's no glitch here. Is there? I don't know.
Technically, no.
Yeah,
Like,
technically
you could argue that the cube thing is an exploit and that you standing on the portal is an exploit or whatever, but in terms of rule set, nothing here is a glitch. Also, looking at Paragon's PB is a 1478. Oh, I don't know. He has a chance of winning then.
Yo, talking about
Perigon
glitches.
should keep going, man.
Yeah, talking about glitches. It reminds me it reminds me of the first time that I met Jayo. I was setting him up for no glitches allowed 8, where he did Portal 2 no major glitches.
I did.
Was it no? Was it
No,
7
it was
or 8?
7. It was 7. It was 7.
It was 7. Yeah, I was setting you up for no glitches allowed 7. You did Portal 2 no major glitches. So. And then George made the mistake of putting me on a job that I didn't sign up for and changed the entire trajectory of my life. Finally, round PB by
Yay,
Paragon.
1663.
1663. Pretty good.
I think on
Hey.
both of these runners, best time to beats. They're like top friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who don't
Gives
know,
me a
I
little ego
basically
boost.
made Osmond into the marathon person by accident.
Yeah. You made a mistake that changed the entire trajectory of my life.
Yep.
And that's not even an exaggeration. Like, it actually did.
Yep. Osmond signed up to just be a chat mod, and I just put him on setup for some reason because
And I was
I
like,
missed.
yeah.
Yep. And now Osmond is like a marathon organizer and volunteers for like a million
And runner.
events
And runner.
and
And
runner.
runner. And runner. And runner. I could go all day.
Osmond doing his 8 marathon run slams keyboards gif. Super liminal slander video, still the best slander video to exist.
Yep. Let's see here. This is pretty interesting stuff.
Alright, so guys, if you enjoyed this, you can follow the Superliminal community and join the Discord. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. Honestly, though, like if any other Portal 2
Twitch.tv
runners,
/speedyliminal, speedyliminal.tk if that domain's still up.
No, that domain is only like for broadcasting stuff for like the
Yeah.
CG and stuff.
I thought
Okay.
I thought you'd do like twitch.speedyliminal.tk and that would link it. But whatever. Guess I'm
They should
honestly,
do that for like the next tournament.
honestly
should.
though, honestly, if any Portal 2
already
runners here
there,
want,
losing Jayo.
if any Portal 2 runners are looking for something new to speedrun, Superliminal is pretty good.
Oh, finish time? What
Yeah,
was that?
1553.
Dang.
Well, that's
There it is. Paragon is in
look
the
at
lead now.
that.
He spent the first half of the match doing nothing. But
1513.
he is in the lead
Quick.
now. Oh no.
Oh no.
Paragon has to get 14. Or pretty low.
Everyone had to lead for like what a whole 10
Paragon,
seconds.
don't do it.
Oh
Don't do
no.
what I think you're gonna do. We ban this. You know this. You shouldn't know this.
Okay.
I believe
Yeah.
Austamate wrote Perigon L in console.
Oh, that's unsportsmanship.
They're in a VC. It's fine.
I am assuming that Austamate wouldn't do that if it wasn't like okay with Perigon.
Why was what Perigon was about to be do banned?
Basically, what I thought he was gonna do was get off of this map, switch to another map, and like play another map,
No.
which just kind of isn't good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
people were
definitely-
doing it way too often for our liking.
Mhm.
Oh no, Fridge is Awesamate's friend to beat. Unfortunate. Though, to be fair,
Oh.
1323 is the time I'm never getting.
$13.23.
I don't know what place it is, but I have like a mid to high 14, I think.
Mm.
I don't even know.
That also reminds me of the first time that I met Fridge when he was on commentary for Stories
me.
Now. That was at No Coach Is Allowed 8.
That was it was during,
Or was it No Holidays Allowed?
I think it was No Holidays Allowed, because that run is not glitchless.
Oh, okay.
It may have been No Holidays Allowed.
I feel like this format would be really interesting if like you could somehow enforce that runners couldn't watch the stream.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of a
Was
thing
that
that
a
you
14?
can't do.
Or was that just Paragon's PB? That was just Paragon's PB I saw in
It
the
was
wrong lane.
just his PB.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, like that's not
It's like,
really
if you could
something
enforce
can
that.
enforce.
Yeah.
Like
It's not something you can reliably enforce.
for offline matches that aren't streamed, I have the runners post any new PBs they get in the Discord channel when they get it, just to keep that. Because like at any point, the runners on a normal stream as can just pull up the stream and see the other runner's PB.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I saw Paragon. I feel like Paragon was about to get a 14 there, and then the button fell off. The cube fell off the button before he could actually enter. It was absolutely disappointing. Oh, what is that?
Oh,
1530.
15:30.
getting closer.
Getting closer. Yes.
Can Paragon still get a point?
I'm really rooting for Paragon trying to get a 3-1 here.
Yeah.
You know who isn't ruined for Paragon?
Oh, what was that?
1510.
Yo!
3 milliseconds.
The fight's back on! And that's why you never give up, folks.
Yeah, Paragon was a little demotivated at the beginning, but now he's in the lead. A
Now he's
very
going.
tight lead still.
1501. Never mind.
Oh my, Austamate strikes back.
Come on, Paragon can still keep going though. Like this is
Oh, yeah.
pretty good. Oof.
Again, that could have been a high 14 or low 15.
That cube is really something, isn't it?
1504 for Austamate. Again, another time that shouldn't happen.
1504?
Yep.
You put on 15.1.
He got
Yeah,
1501
no.
before.
Oh, okay. Right.
1501, another time that shouldn't happen.
This match is really just Paragon getting a glimpse of hope and then immediately Austamate coming in. That feels kind of bad. I can understand tilting there at some point.
Yeah.
This map is it's so much stuff packed into such a short amount of time that it's...
Oh, Paragon?
Oh, 14.7.
Or let's go.
14.7, let's go.
It's a big time jump. Actually, hold on, what was his
yeah.
PB again? Ooh, that tied PB. That tied his PB.
Dang. I feel like it's almost like it's even more impressive sometimes to tie PB, especially when it's like down to the millisecond.
During
Like
high level
14.
matches, we've seen a couple of PB ties. We've seen someone tie like the same 3 times, like a lot in one match, which
My
is
God.
ridiculous to see. But especially during high level players, they get more consistent times.
Yeah, makes sense.
So if there's a runner that plays close to their PB, and if they're on a map that they've played often or grinded a lot, then there's a good chance that you could see either a world record or a tied PB.
I'm hoping Paragon takes the win on 3-1, so he can walk away with at least one win today.
Oh,
1503.
What was that? 3?
If the enrichment center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever allowed.
Perigon getting stuck on the button there, I think, for a
Yeah.
second.
If the enrichment center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space,
I mean, as a certified induction choker in Subliminal, I can understand tilting.
Yeah.
Oz, you weren't there, but like before this match, Oz was doing glitchless in VC, and
I was doing glitches, yeah.
yeah, he was tilting attack.
I did get a PV, but I also choked induction a million times.
3x, wasn't it? Or no,
Wait, Perigon might be on a run here. Never mind. Rip.
Oh yeah.
Finishing. Nope, not finishing it out. Alright, are we gonna see Austamate one final time? Oh, no. What is Austamate doing?
Going backwards.
Is Austamate handing it over?
1483.
Wow.
Dang, is Austamate forfeiting? Is Austamate done? Is Austamate?
Better not. There's 1 minute left. There's still time.
That's enough to do at least 5 of these.
There's
Not
a
just
short
like
map.
4.
There's still time. There's still tons of time.
What's the shortest map in this game? How long is it?
I forget. It's either. I gotta check the record here because I forget. There are 2 maps that are very, very short. That there's one in single player, one in co-op. I forget which one's shorter. Let me check. So there is Triple Laser, which has a world record of 9.70, and the co-op map propulsion jumps 9.18. So the co-op map propulsion jumps.
Me typing in the chat quickly to answer
It's
the
not-
question.
Oh,
That's
true.
gaming.
It is co-op polarity. You're right. I completely forgot about that. You're right. Yeah, co-op polarity 7.95 is record.
Anyways, are we gonna see one last attempt from each of them?
Final for Austamate.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
final
does that
round.
count? I think that counts. That was at the last second reset, I think, right?
I'm usually pretty lenient with them, but yeah.
Yeah.
Here, if it beats,
That's it, though.
okay. Oh, GG Paragon
GG.
3-1.
Did get a
And
point.
this is why you don't
This
give
is
up.
what true.
Paragon walked away today with like an actual with a win, so pretty good.
Yeah, which is what we like to see. But with that, I have 3-1 every single match I've played. Oof. I mean, hey, that's just the prophecy, you know. All right, but with that is the end of this match.
GG's. Do we do interviews for these?
No. All right, let's see here. Actually, first of all, let's see what matches are coming up because tomorrow's a pretty stacked day in terms of the schedule. Let's see here. So tomorrow we have that's going on right now at 9 a.m. Eastern. We have Seer versus Semka. That's Group C. At 1 p.m., Orin versus Rudko. Oh, true, the prediction. You're right. And then at 3 p.m., Grapefruit versus Burger, which is Div A. That's a high-level match.
Ooh.
So tomorrow,
And then on Monday at
matches.
10 a.m. we have
At Monday at 10
discrete
a.m., I have discrete mathematics. And the rest of my class schedule. But yeah, 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. matches tomorrow. Pretty stacked Sunday.
We have object-oriented programming on Tuesday.
Ooh. All right. With that, the match is over. Let's go find someone to raid, if anyone is live. Oh god, where's Portal 2? Let's see
Any runners?
who's live. I don't think there are any runners live. If there are any runners, of course. No. Of course not. Let's see here. All right.
Title game is strong on that one.
Yeah, total game is strong. All right. This guy's in potatoes. We are going to. Yeah, we're going to rate him. We're going to rate Captain Buckshot.
Captain Buckshot.
He's currently in potatoes, which was one of our maps today. Make sure to tell him the route. Make sure to tell him where he's losing time. Just kidding. Don't do that.
Everywhere. You're losing time everywhere.
Get him to speed run the game. You know what to do. You all know what to do. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you so much, Gio, for inviting us on here.
Yeah.
Really nice.
That was a fun match. That was a fun gag. Which, yeah, if you didn't notice, all the background images have been slightly replaced with superliminal images.
It was fun. It was a fun experience.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
We'll see you around.
Bye.